Dr. Sella here, and here's the easiest way to block zone kick and zone option in 2021. And it's been a heck of an evolution these last 10 years when Navy invented the zone option in the early 2010s. It's been quite an evolution because the biggest change is by bringing a third guy into the surface. It really changed it from a zone scheme to a gap scheme. And really, Army has taken more advantage of this than Navy, and to a large extent Air Force as well. See, what happens is when you bring a third guy into the surface, you now can have the third guy in the surface, in this case the receiver, block the C gap. So I didn't drop any particular defense here because I want to show you how generalized this is. The receiver would block the C gap, the tackle would block the B gap, the guard in the center will block whoever's in the place at A gap. So if it's a 2-eye, a 1, or a 0, they can just ace that player. The backside guard sprints his belly button through the hip of the center, which cancels the backside A gap. The backside tackle sprints his belly button through the hip of the backside guard, which cancels the backside B gap. And the backside receiver sprints to the goalpost, which cuts off the half to the third player. The place at A back steps with his inside foot first, but he comes tight off the receiver's right hip, and he'll block the mic to the free safety. And then the B-back kicks the first threat off the receiver. And if there is nobody right off the receiver, there's no 9 technique, he turns up and basically blocks the first threat at the second level. Could end up being on the third level. At that point, they're probably in big trouble. So, and then the A-back, and Army started doing this within the last year or so, is he'll run the pitch like zone option, but then he'll stock the corner. So, makes it really interesting. But that's the easiest way to block the zone kick. And zone kick really is the future of the zone option because the quarter, I didn't even drop the quarterback. I'll draw it up for you now for those of you that are interested. He just takes 6 steps to the right and then turns up off the receiver's block and scores. But really, that's the easiest way to run it. And 95% of the time, it's going to be his ball anyway. And the whole reason you run the zone kick is if the defender over the tackle's playing the quarterback, so the receiver loads him and then you run off that block. That's the whole reason for it. Now, the zone option, nothing really changes. Receiver's got the C gap, tackle's got the B gap, center and the place at guard have the place at A gap, backside guard has the backside A gap, backside tackle's got the backside B gap, backside receiver sprints through the goalpost. Now the only differences are here and here because the place at A back's going to take 3 flat steps, step at 45 degrees. He's going to kick the corner, helmet to the left, right forearm through him, trap him, drive him out of bounds. The B back is going to turn up off the receiver's block, and now he's going to basically do the same thing the A back did up here, which is load it, but he does what's called clearing the levels, and he's going to block the mic to the free safety, getting his inside knee through that player's crotch. But he doesn't kick number 2 because number 2 belongs to the quarterback. And the quarterback's job is to score, and if number 2 can tackle him, then he would pitch the ball to the A-back. So that's the easiest way to block it. Really, it's to make a zone scheme a gap scheme again. And basically have the third guy in the surface, whether you go heavy or flex. Zone options better run out of heavy. Clearly better out of heavy because you got the receiver outside. But to run the zone kick, the receiver's got the C gap, tackle's got the B gap, guard and center of the place at A, backside guard's got the backside A, backside tackle's got the backside B, and then the B back kicks the D gap player. So there you go.